Hi Libra. Hi Libra. This is your general reading for October 2023, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now be aware that the messages do not or will not resonate with everyone. So I suggest you check back to your Moon and Rising sign. I have with me today the Radiant White deck, the Levita Sibila for clarification, and we are going to pull an oracle card. But since I don't know what the cards will be speaking about, I have three. I have the Heart Oracle Tarot, I have the Golden Nostradamus, and I have the Psychic Tarot. And depending on what the story is about will depend on which card I pull. I'm going to turn the camera around. I've done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. I'm sorry that I am behind on my work, but I had somebody come over, about 20 people yesterday, come to my house and build me a ramp. It's by the Texas Ramp Project. I was nominated to get the ramp, and they built it. It's beautiful, it's big, and it is making my life so much easier to go out into my backyard and garden. So that's why I'm late, and that's it. So we are going to shuffle these just a little bit more and put a rifle on them. I've been practicing my rifling. Movement is coming back slowly but surely in my arm and my leg. It's starting to slow down, but I'm still making progress. And my speech, as you can tell, is still affected. But I hope that you can understand what I say. Okay? When I start to speak pretty fast, my brain is faster than my mouth. You can hardly understand me, what I'm saying. Okay, so here we go. Don't forget, I am doing personal readings this month, and you can reach me at hiddenlotustarot@gmail.com. You simply go to the About Box section of my channel. I have listed there the minutes, the number of questions, and the price, and then you contact me and say, for instance, hey Tara, I want the 30-minute reading. I will answer you back. Do check your spam folder for messages, because my messages go to spam. I don't know why. Okay. Let's cut the cards. Here we go. 9 cards down. The first card is the Queen of Cups. The second card is the Seven of Swords. The third card is the Nine of Cups. That's an interesting combination. We will see what it means. Next row, that's my past row. The Eight of Pentacles. The Temperance card. And the Fool. That is the present row. And the future row the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands. What is the overall energy of the spread for October? It is the Page of Wands. Now, this is interesting because I have an equal number of yellow cards and an equal number of blue cards. That just stands out to me. Right in the center, I have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is a card about compromise. It is a card about, what's the word? I can't think of it. Opposing opposites. It's about, what am I trying to say? I don't know the word. It's on the tip of my tongue. I come back to it. This card shows an angel with a foot in the water and a foot on land and pouring water between two cups. It is about it's on the tip of my tongue. I will try to say it, maybe it will come. What it is speaking about is trying to balance two substances. It represents the sign of Sagittarius, but the angel is pouring water back and forth. So this is about, it's on the tip of my tongue. You have two substances, fire and water, right? You know that fire can simmer the water and gently boil it, or it can be a lot of fire and it can make the water boil over. That in turn will make the water spill onto the fire and put it out. So you have to learn to combine and weigh up and balance the substances. I have seen this card show up when a client questions me about, are they on the right path? Yes, you are on the right path, but you still have a ways to go until you get there. In the back, you see mountains, and that signifies challenges and struggles and obstacles, but you are on the right path. Now, what do I have? I have two cups. I have a sword. I have a pentacle and two wands. That's in the spread proper. And I have a page of swords off to the right. What stands out to me? Well, the first thing I'm sure you want to know is about the 7. I would say that the month of October, perhaps beginning in September, all through the month of October, and even into November, you are highly emotional about something. This is a Queen of Pentacles. Even though I'm reading for an air sign, we can all embody the different suits depending on where we are in life. And this tells me that this is a highly emotional time. At least you are going to be all in your feelings. Now, the 7 of Swords, this is a 7. And a 7 requires that you take a pause for a moment before moving forward. Normally, this card is interpreted as spying, lies, cheating, theft, but there is another meaning to the card of the Seven of Swords. This could be you rushing around trying to do too much. See the two swords stuck in the ground? You are looking back over your shoulder like you forgot something, or you're rushed, or maybe you forgot to take something, or you're wondering, should you grab the two swords? In this vein, the Seven of Swords says that if things aren't going to plan, it is because you are not properly focused. Yes, that you have a lot of things going on. Maybe you're burdened with certain things, because sometimes this card, one of this the interpretations is a burden. You're rushing around too much. But there is another meaning of the seven that says if things aren't going the way that you planned it to, you have no one else to blame but yourself, because you're not properly preparing. These are swords. They represent thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. Now, yes, there could be someone lying to you. There could be spying. There could be theft. It could be all of those things. But it also says to expect a surprise and you can certainly do think whatever you want if you think properly. I hope I said that right. The next card is the Nine of Cups. Like the seven, a nine is a moment to pause before you move on to the next level. But this implies that your wishes are coming true. And that's all the Nine of Cups says. That is a wish card, and your dreams and wishes will come true. The eight, and this is red, past, present, future. Past, present, future, interplay of the cards. The eight of coins can be you selling your wares, setting up shop. But it can also be like an internship, or the act of doing things over and over again until you perfect it. It does speak about money or finances, but it's also the doing of things. The coins represent finances and the doing of things. But as an eight, it's a karmic number, and it is a money number, but it can also mean that you will be faced with obstacles and hassles along the way. Here we have the Fool. The Fool speaks to new beginnings, adventure, travel, going on a trip, trusting in the universe, faith. But there's something about this card that it's saying to me, it's speaking to me saying, don't be foolish. I don't know why that it's coming up, but don't be foolish. The Ace of Wands says yes. All aces are yeses. This is a yes. This is a yes. This is a yes. This is a yes. But there's a warning that says for you not to be foolish. The Ace of Wands is telling you to keep your ear open for a phone call, a fax, an email, a text message, that there is some message coming to you. And again, I would say that's yes, because pages always present to me as a message. This is a beginning message, a short message, not a clear message, because it's a page. If it was a sword, a page of sword, the Knight of Swords, then that's a more fully fledged message where you get a little bit more information. But the wands to me represent your focus, your passion, your desire. How bad do you want something? What are you willing to do to get it? How hard are you willing to work towards it? But there's a change coming up, and it is the Wheel of Fortune. It's a 10. So the 10 is a changing energy. Something is definitely going to change. It's a karmic card, and it says that if you want to survive the Wheel of Fortune when it turns, what you have to do is fix yourself in the center of the wheel. That way you're not thrown off balance too much. And then it comes to the Four of Wands. It is a 4. 4 implies stable foundations. But this is a card about being able to celebrate some accomplishment. It is also the living together card, shacking up. It does not imply marriage, but it says that there is a deeper commitment that could lead to marriage, or a deeper level of commitment. I think I said that twice. But it's talking about celebrating something, or celebrating not like a marriage or commitment, but something that you accomplish yourself, and you're able to pat yourself on the back. Now, I only have one court card in the spread, and I'm going to turn over this court card. I'm also going to turn over the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups just simply doesn't give me any more information. So I will turn the two cards over. What does it leave me? The Seven of Swords, the Eight of Coins, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands, as they relate to these three major arcana cards. We will start with the Seven of Swords. It can suggest that your plans are not working out. So look for an alternative. If your plan does not work out, you should not look to place blame on others, but rather look to yourself for reasons for the failure. It may also indicate that the most likely cause of failure is hasty actions and lack of focus and concentration. It also implies that you or others may feel obligated to behave in ways that are not direct, but which you accept, hoping that the ends justify the means. Yes, it does talk about dealings may be dishonest and not straightforward. So you need to be particularly aware of all proceedings and remain cautious. It tells of upset plans, postponements, delays, and cancellations. It's as if everything is going wrong around you at the moment. It talks about the possibility of tension, arguments, disagreements, and misunderstandings within a current situation. It tells you to be honest and upfront in all your dealings, or else you will be caught out and this will have detrimental effects. It also tells you that if you have lost something, it will be returned to you. This may include the rekindling of friendship and old ties. So there's that. But next to the Fool, it may be indicating that you are currently acting too flippantly and inconsistently, and there may be a need to be more positive and stable. Next to the Nine of Cups, it is informing you that your wants and desires will come to fruition, but not necessarily as you expect. That's why I think I got the message to don't be foolish. That's what it's saying to me. The next card is the Eight of Pentacles. Next to the Fool, it is warning to be cautious. Even though things may be going according to plan, don't become complacent or careless with your work or finances, otherwise you will bear negative consequences. That's it. So now we look at the Ace of Wands. I'm having difficulty talking, but my cards are doing the talking for me. The Ace of Wands. The only thing that it says is remain alert to positive offers and any form of communication. There is definitely a message coming. The Ace of Wands is to accept all offered invitations and to look out for a letter, email, telephone call, text, whatever form it comes in, which heralds good news. Accept any invitations offered, whether social or work related. And remember that opportunity can come from any source. It has no meaning next to these three cards, so I move over to the Four of Wands. It may be telling of a long-awaited and rewarding holiday or a change of environment that brings new experiences and broadens the mind, which is kind of the energy that's coming off of the Fool card. But it tells me nothing next to these three cards. This card implies celebrations, get-togethers, and positive outcomes. It also indicates a job well done, and says that you have learned with wisdom. There is also an indication that someone is enjoying a romance, which may lead to the commitment of marriage, or the foundations of a long-term commitment or marriage may be laid at this time. It indicates a time of reward for efforts and hard work done in the past. It is the right time to celebrate concrete results. However, this is only a stage on the journey, as some challenges are still to be faced and overcome before the goal is attained. The final goal is attained. So it's kind of like I said, this Fool card, let me see what else he's saying to me. There is a placement, but he is not in it. If it was at the beginning, you are starting a new journey. If it's at the end, you are completing a new journey. But he is in either of those spots. It just says that you need to think very carefully before making your final choice or decision. That a new phase of life is about to begin, and the fool asks that you abandon the old to enable you to begin something new. It is sometimes necessary to take risk in order to force change, but you must use discernment, because sometimes it is wiser to stay put. It indicates that it is important to use and trust your own judgment and plan for the future, but do so wisely. It can also signify that past mistakes must be looked into as lessons where you learned through experience. You are at a crossroads in your life. Look at any of your mistakes of the past where you can learn lessons, and you are urged not to make the same mistake again. I don't know why the Fool card is telling me to tell you to not be foolish. You've gotten 2 messages that say, think carefully before you choose your decision at your crossroads. And this is what the Temperance card is saying, that it's across a reconciliation. That's a word I was looking for. Not necessarily a reconciliation between 2 people or friends. It's reconciling 2 different substances, making it a whole, and figuring out how to compromise. For some reason, I think you are going to get some news which is going to require you to think very carefully, use your own discernment, because it may be better to stay put, but it's definitely some life-changing news here with the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know. That's all I'm getting from the cards. And so I will look at the 7 for you, the 7 of Swords, to see what extra information it has to share. We will clarify with the Sibilla deck. Let's cut the cards. For Delta, this is the idea of loyalty to either a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. It implies trust. The Thief. This is pretty self-explanatory, and it is the whole opposite of something you can trust. So there very well could be someone stealing from you. But they don't have to steal material things. They can steal your peace of mind, your trust, your faith, your love. They can steal lots of things. So again, be careful. I just keep getting the message that you don't be foolish and don't make mistakes or the same mistake over again. And the Viaggio. This implies a meeting. Just that, nothing else. I don't know what the meeting is going to be about or when it is going to take place. I'm trying to think. It implies someone who has been away on a trip, but just a meeting or a vacation on a trip. So I don't know if this is saying to me that someone that you think you can trust while you go away on a trip or a vacation or to a meeting is not someone that you should trust. Because while you're gone, this can include break-ins of all kinds. And usually when somebody breaks into your house or apartment, it's really not that random, although it can be. It's usually somebody that knows what you have in your house. So again, this card is telling me to tell you, don't be foolish and don't repeat mistakes from the past or the same mistakes. Don't be distracted. Think about what you're doing. Quit rushing around. And that's it. I'm going to pull a Psychic Oracle Tarot. It still doesn't change the outcome of that you are probably going to go on a trip, have fun, all of those things. But be careful, because it can even be that you're going to meet this person on a trip or a vacation or at a meeting, something like that. So trust your instincts. Let's see what the card is. Partnerships and alliances. It is a 3 of Wands. Now, the plot thickens. The meaning of this card denotes that you are starting to see the fruits of your labor take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliances that may create something new. These could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be overall balance within the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimal results. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. Well, just try not to make the same mistake. Trust your gut. Think carefully about what you're doing. Don't rush around. And that's it. Until next time, we see you later, Libra. Bye.